Hello my interfriends of the interwebs. It is me Silvery the Dark Elf. I hope you are having a wonderful interday. Interfriends, I have been doing a lot of research recently. I am not so sure anymore if I really am on the wrong earth. I have a very urgent message for the right earth. I have to warn them of the rise of a great evil. Earth persons of this world. I am still investigating. If I find out this is the right earth, I will warn you. Please be patient. Luckily for me, I am not alone anymore. Mr. David from TextSpeech.net has agreed to help me as well. Wonderful, is it not? As you all know, Mr. David was helping me because of the voice box being broken on my computer book. He is such a nice man. He told me he would help me with my investigations. I am so glad. But my interfriends of the interwebs, today I have a terrible tale to tell. It is something that has happened to me many times before. Please listen closely to the tale. It is called The Fall of Humphrey Dumphrey. They said Mr. Dumphrey was sitting on a great wall and then he had a great fall. Luckily there was an army nearby. The general sent his men, but they could not put him together again. How could you fall so badly? Was all of his bones broken? What did they mean by having a great fall? You cannot have a great fall. Falling is not great. Here my interfriends is where I will tell you of my experiences of people who had great falls. When I was finished with little school and went to the big school for the first time, there were big scary schoolboys standing at the gate. They were from the sports team. They were scaring the new students. One of them ran to me. He was so big and scary I started crying. He was apologizing and all the other big boys came to see what was going on. Many things happened and we became best friends. They told me I was a pure girl and that they would protect me. I was so happy. I had changed my soap recently. So they meant my smell was pure. But I was worried, who were they protecting me from? Was it an invasion? I did not know. Interfriends, this was the first time when people started falling around me. One of the older schoolboys told me he wanted to confess something to me after school. He told me to meet behind the sport building. He was a very nice boy. So I was not worried. But I had to make sure. I asked one of my best friends what I must do. He was very angry. He punched a hole in a wall. I could not believe it. Did I say something wrong? When school was finished, I went to meet the other boy. But my best friends were already there. The other boy's face was bleeding and he had a purple eye. I was so shocked. I looked around, nobody wanted to look me in the eye. I knew what had happened. He had fallen. My best friends were there to help him up. I quickly ran to fetch the medical bag. I fixed his wounds and his face. I told him he should be careful not to fall again. My best friends started laughing. Was I wrong? I asked the boy what had happened. My best friends were whispering something to him. He told me he had slipped and fell. I was right. I thanked my best friends for helping him. After that day, many boys around me started falling. When I went to meet them after school, my best friends were there helping him up. I was so glad. My best friends were always caring for others. I knew I had to do something too. I began a no falling campaign in our town. I did research on why people fall and would explain to people why not to run when the floor is wet and to clean up the floor correctly. But my interfriends of the interwebs, my heart is sore. Even with all my campaigning, the boys falling did not stop. One day it was the worst. The persons had to go to the medical place because they had fallen so hard. Internet, this is why you must be careful not to fall when you are older. My friend Siharsa and myself were doing shopping. We made a wrong turn and went to the bad place of the town. Lots of scary people were walking around. There were 3 scary men who walked to us. We wanted to run, but they stopped us. The men started touching me. I did not like that. I pushed the one man. He fell and hit his head. He slapped me through the face. Unbelievable. Why would you hit someone just for pushing you over? My friend grabbed me and we ran away. Here interfriends is what happened when older people fall. It is terrible. My friend ran and called my best friends. They came to my house and told me to show them my face. They were very angry. They ran off without even greeting me goodbye. Siharsa went with them. I was studying for a test. When Siharsa ran into my room, she told me there was trouble. I had to come. We went back to the bad place I did not want to go. What I saw shocked me. Everything was broken there. Many bad people lay in the street. They had all fallen. I saw my best friends with the police. The police wanted to take them somewhere. I screamed at the police. They did not listen. Then I saw those men again. They had also fallen very badly. They were screaming at the police. Later I had heard they were crime bosses. Why would you be a boss like that? I do not know. I screamed by mistake that they were the ones that were touching us. The policemen looked at us and then they punched the bosses in the face. The bosses were telling them they would regret that. I warned everyone that the ground was slippery, that was why everyone had fallen, and that my friends were here to help them up. The policeman heard this. He was nice. He released my friends. He knew they were helping them. I was so relieved. The nice policeman gave me money. He told me to buy a juice for myself and Siharsa and that we should go home immediately. The police would also help the people up. I was glad and went home. The next day on the news it was terrible. All the bosses of the crime's bones were broken. Their teeth were missing and they were swollen and purple. They were on the medical machines to stop them from dying. How can you fall so badly? The floor was not wet when I was there. I did not know. But after that my best friends told me I was their little sister and that they would protect me from now on. They bought me juice at school and helped me with my books and studies. I was very glad. Sorry my interfriends, I talk too much. What we can learn from this story is that to fall is not great. It is very dangerous. Please interfriends of the interwebs, always look where you are walking. In the pictures of Mr. Humphrey's tail I could see he was very large. Please internet, do not eat too much. You are not dwarfs. You are humans. Eating too much is bad for you. And never sit on a large wall, it is not very smart. That is all I have to say, my interfriends of the interwebs. Please respect yourselves and others. Bye bye. I almost forgot. Please subscribe to my channel and like my videos. Bye. Thank you Mr. David for your help again. Silvery. Yes. Mr. David. Those people did not fall. Mr. David, I am not a liar. I saw it with my own eyes, please believe me. Silvery. Yes. Mr. David. Forget I said anything. Goodbye. Yes. I will. Goodbye Mr. David.